So here we have another video on Daniel Radcliffe. This is somebody who I think if you look at his picture, I really genuinely believe that he's starting to go down the rabbit hole. I mean, obviously he's been going down the rabbit hole for a while, but he's really starting to look a little bit unhinged. I don't know if you guys agree with that or not, but if you look at this picture, I think it's safe to say that this man is starting to really lose his mind. He's going down the woke mind virus to the point where it seems like he's going on some sort of trans press tour where he's talking to LGBTQ or trans people, non-binary people. I really don't know why he's doing this, aside from maybe trying to keep his name safe amongst the cancellation crowd. I'm really not sure. But apparently this article says Harry Potter franchise star Daniel Radcliffe promotes more child mutilation by hosting a roundtable discussion with trans kids, whatever the hell that means, because I don't really believe trans kids exist. But again, other people will try to tell you that's not true. It says the push to mutilate children in the name of being an ally to the LGBTQ movement has taken a dark turn over the last few months and it's just got darker thanks to a celebrity endorsement from Harry Potter franchise star Daniel Radcliffe. Now, the sad thing is, Daniel Radcliffe, honestly, would be nowhere without J.K. Rowling. And as much as he's trying to go against what J.K. Rowling maybe said, you're still nothing without her. You owe her everything. And it's really sad to see you throw her under the bus simply because you want to consider yourself as an ally to the LGBTQ community. You have sold yourself to the devil. Essentially, that's really what you have done. But guys, before we continue this article, please make sure to like the video and support us any way you can to help us fight the YouTube suppression we fight every single day. It says Radcliffe, who portrayed the titular boy wizard in the film series, recently appeared as a guest host for the first episode of Sharing Space, a new web series produced by the LGBTQ suicide prevention charity, The Trevor Project, which features roundtable-style conversations with LGBTQ youth, moderated by curious, open-minded adults and allies. This week, I was incredibly fortunate to get to meet 6 young people who agreed to come on and share their stories with us and also have a conversation about allyship and the people in their lives who have shown up for them and made a positive impact on them and their journeys, said Radcliffe before delving into a general discussion with his guests about their experiences as transgender individuals. Guys, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to review this episode. I think I'm going to do it. I didn't think I was going to do it at first, but I kind of want to now. I kind of want to see the rabbit hole. I need to go down the rabbit hole, and I want you guys to come down with me. I promise I'll bring you back up from the rabbit hole, but just come with me a little bit. I'm not going to do it in this video, obviously, but I think I'm going to announce that that's something that's going to be coming to the channel. It says at one point during said discussion, Radcliffe invited his guests to offer their thoughts on the topic of childhood transgenderism, asserting, "I'd love to hear from all of you about why we can trust kids to tell us who they are." That is a weird fucking dude, I just don't understand, man. Why are you so obsessed with kids, dude? Like, why are they all so obsessed with children? I mean, I know the answer. I always ask myself rhetorical questions that I obviously know the answer to. But again, it's just like, why? Why are you like this? Why are you so fucking evil? I just don't get it. I don't get it. Like, why not just wait till they're 18 to make decisions like that regarding their body? Like, you're cutting off perfectly fine human organs just to keep the money going in the surgical system, and you're trying to pass it off as some sort of progressive identity politics. Like, just stop. It says, "I don't understand why I can't just decide that I'm a girl," argued one guest named Daly. "If it's a big decision to decide if I'm a girl, then it's a big decision to decide I'm a boy. It's the same thing. There's no age. You don't have to be 18 to decide that, oh, I am who I am." Well, the thing is, you don't. That's the beauty of it. You don't get to decide that. Biology kind of decides that for you. Unfortunately, I know you try to deny that as much as you possibly can, but biology is going to completely always be against you. This is why you need modern day medicine in order to even get close to quote unquote transitioning. It is not a natural thing, of course, because the body doesn't make a mistake 9 times out of 10. And if the body does make a mistake, then it is called a condition. It is normally something that has to be treated. And this is the only thing that we consider not to be something that needs to be treated. It's strange. If I go out and say I want to cut my arm off, every doctor and their mother will be telling me that that's the most stupid thing they've ever heard. So why is it that you are perfectly fine with telling kids that it's perfectly okay to cut off their private parts in the name of progressiveness? Like, why is that okay? Why is it okay to cut that off, but it's not okay for me to cut off my arm if I identify as a one-armed creature? You should be able to do the same exact thing. So if one is considered insane, then both of them should be considered insane, at least in my opinion. You guys can leave comments down below whether or not you agree with that. I love the pronouns, by the way. Daily, she, her. It's like, come on. I think we don't give children enough credit for coming into this world and having a sense of purity and understanding for themselves, added another guest going by the moniker Daddy the Y. It's not about the understanding of themselves. It's about the lack of mental fortitude to be able to understand the permanent decision that they're about to make when it comes to gender mutilation. Like, you are not making a sound choice when you are under the age of 18. Even when you are 18 to 22, you're still not making a sound choice deciding that. Like, the brain is not fully developed and you don't understand the ramifications of making that decision. Of course, if you look it up in the media or if you talk to people who are in that space, they're all going to tell you it's the most amazing thing in the world. They're never going to tell you the dark side of the actual story. It says, as the episode drew to a close, Radcliffe asked for people who are watching this video who are cis, which, by the way, that word, that's like the N word for straight people, and straight, and maybe don't know a trans person in their life, or maybe do, what would be something that you would want to share with them about either something that you didn't have, that you wished you had, which is probably what the gender that you're trying to pretend to be, or something that somebody did or said with you, to which his guest resoundingly answered kindness. People are going to be kind to you. The problem is your community is known to be very emotional, very unstable, and very violent. The moment you receive any criticism whatsoever, because you've been coddled by literally every company, every organization, everybody coddles this community. The moment you have any criticism, you want to come out and be violent and angry about it, and then want to come out and say that we're not kind to you. It's insane to me. You're not kind to anybody. You want dominance. You don't want equality. You want complete and utter dominance. It says, I feel like kindness is free, and you hear all that time, and respect, it's something you should do regardless of how someone identifies or what they look like, opined guest Mateo Lewis, and you don't even have to know someone's pronouns or know someone's name to know that this is a living, breathing human being, and they deserve to be living and breathing, and even if I might not agree or understand who they are, I'm going to respect them, and I'm going to be kind just today, and that little bit of kindness can make someone's day exponentially better, and it doesn't cost you anything. In a statement released ahead of the series premiere, Radcliffe said of his guest appearance, we listen to so many people talk about trans youth and hear them talked about so often in the news, but very rarely do we actually hear from these youth directly. It was an absolute privilege to get to meet and listen to this incredible group of young people. The actor asserted, at the end of the day, if you're going to talk about trans kids, it might be useful to actually listen to trans kids. It appears that with this video, the Trevor Project has joined vocal LGBTQ activists in making the argument that children as young as preschool age are mature enough to make their own decisions, the same one child predators are to justify their lust for children regarding their sexuality and gender identity, particularly when it comes to being transgender. Honestly, I agree with that 100%. I do feel like a lot of this is 100% predatory. Like, they are purposefully going after the kids because they know the kids are the only ones who are going to buy this bullshit. They know that. They know most adults, once they get to a certain point, if they're not indoctrinated throughout their entire youth, they're not going to be indoctrinated in their adulthood. So they know they got to go after the kids and they got to get them young. It's a communism playbook. Like, they literally tell you to get the kids young, and if you get them young, you will get them on your side for the rest of their life. So that's why they particularly go after kids all the time. They indoctrinate the kids all the time because that is the ultimate goal, to raise a future generation of complete and utter psychopaths that all want to come talk about this nonstop 24/7 as if this is normal, when we all know this shit is not normal. What they're doing with trans kids is not normal. How they're cutting up their body parts is not normal. And no matter how much you may want to try to make it normal, you are going to always be in the minority. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you did enjoy it. And if you did, consider leaving me a subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. Don't forget to like the video, comment, let me know what you thought, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Hypnotic out.